Okay, so for those of you that maybe don't know who I am, my name is Sarah O'Connell. I'm an Ambassador Diamond. I've been with the company for 8.5 years, which is so crazy because that is longer than some people are at their other jobs. And I started this and I was working as a full-time night shift nurse. So I started this on the side just to replace some extra income, which that's exactly why all of you are here, is for the extra income. And so within that amount of time, you guys, we learn stuff all the time, and we are always trying to work smarter, not harder, right? And there's probably not a single person on here that joined because they were bored. They had all this extra time. They weren't really sure what to do with their day, right? That's not our case, right? Most of us are very, very busy. We have busy days. And so one thing that it kind of just popped in our head. So I'm sure we are always bouncing ideas off of each other between content and like, what should I post? Or maybe you have a day that's just absolutely crazy. We don't want those days to get away from you, right? Or sometimes maybe you're just not feeling inspired because like everything is going wrong that day, right? And you're like, well, I'm supposed to hop on and be really motivating and all these things. But here's the thing, you guys. You're not supposed to be all those things, right? We understand that life happens. We have those feelings happen to us too. However, when you show up in spite of all those things, that is where you are going to grow. That's where you succeed. That's where you start seeing consistency in your enrollments. And that's how you get paid, right? And so here's the thing about the content Zoom. We've never done something like this. However, I know for myself, I am always helping people. I am always just even looking for different ways to share our business, to share our products we're using, that's like savvy, that catches my eye, that's fun, right? For the people that we're talking to. And so we want to show you how we go ahead and we do those things too. And we're going to give you some content to also use. So thank you to all the leaders that are on here tonight that are going to share little things with you. So honestly, you guys, you're going to be working. Like you need to have, if you're not going to be doing it as we go, I really suggest, because we're going to make sure that we're done by the time that the family call starts. So I really suggest that you have a piece of paper and pencil and you write some things down. Also in the chats, when we're talking about like a story or anything like that, we will have a way to get that to you. Okay. So we kind of planned ahead with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to plan our content. You have to, if you already have content planned, like some stories made ready to share your story. If you have posts and product and before and afters already gathered of products that you use on a daily basis, you guys, you are going to save yourself so much time during the week to where you can take the actions that bring those in. So we don't get paid to post, but the thing is posting and sharing on social media, it reaches a large amount of people, and a large amount of people that we probably wouldn't normally reach in our day-to-day life, right? We're not saying you can't have conversations and that you can't network belly to belly, but really right now we're kind of limited. So we are all using social media. Plus there is like no limits on who you can reach within that. Okay. So we are going to make sure that we have some of that content. So posting is your open sign for your business. It is how you can share with the masses what you're doing, that it's offered to them, that they can also get in on all the goodness. And it is a way for you to, what do I want to say? Like it's a way for you to have it there. So whether you have these conversations, that's all backing everything you do. They see that stuff and they're like, wait, I just had a message, or I just had a conversation and Sarah messaged me about this, but I didn't really know what she was doing. But when they come over to your page, they start figuring it out. They start adding things in, okay? And they start adding it all up and then they start watching. But if you have nothing to watch, there's nothing there. So here's the thing. Content can actually be extremely fun. But when you're trying to do it on like I said, maybe on an off day, or maybe on a super busy day, sometimes you can feel stressed. But I'm going to tell you something. It was like a light bulb moment when we started doing reels, right? It's new. You may put in the chat if you've started reels on Instagram. If you haven't, it's okay. Okay. But it is actually pretty stinking fun. And I'm going to tell you that is coming from somebody that was a little bit nervous about TikTok. Okay. So, and I'm also going to tell you that you are going to get a lot more views than what maybe your stories are getting if you're going to do some reels. So we are even going to walk you through some of that. So I'm going to get started right off the bat. Okay. And Amanda, even for like your team, if some of them aren't on that page on Diamond Hive, in the comments below this post about the content Zoom, there are the stories. So you can pop in, you can grab them and then get them to everybody else too. So here's the thing. I'm going to give a couple stories that we are going to do to share the business. I want to tell you something. If you are having trouble enrolling distributors, it's usually because you're not asking, you're not inviting, and you're not sharing. okay? And we all know that it can come from so many things. Maybe you're not feeling super confident. Maybe you're like, well, I don't really know how to create stuff. Well, we're going to teach you. And maybe you feel like you don't have a story. You do. You guys, 8.5 years in, yes, I've gotten tons of bonuses. Yes, I have paid off debt. Yes, this business has completely overplowed my nursing income. But guess what? I share over and over why I started, when I started, what I was wanting. You all have those 3 things, okay? And we all, if you don't have codes, it's okay. I even brought that into it. But if we do, we don't want a single code going to waste, okay? So we're just gonna get started. So on stories, now remember, we're creating this. You do not have to post this. We are gonna create, you're gonna save, and you can post later on, okay? So here's the first one. I have got stories, and if you are on Diamond Hive, you can go in, go under the post, and they're gonna look like this, okay? So go find the post that we did today about the content Zoom, and we are gonna share. And what you're gonna do, you guys, is you are gonna plug your photos in. Okay, so maybe you don't have team photos. I'm gonna show you. So first one is gonna be like this, okay? So it's gonna say, hey sis, and you can read it, right? $99 changed my life, $39 can change yours. This right here is gonna be a selfie of you. Or it can be a family picture, it can be a picture, it can be whatever you truly want, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna say this, and then you're gonna go use an app. You can use PicsArt, you can use Over, there's so many. If you guys have other apps that you use to pop in pictures, put them in the chat so that people can get them. And you're gonna take a picture, right? And you're gonna put your picture in here, and you're gonna save it, okay? Uh-oh, am I like muted or something? You got it. I see people nodding. Okay. And then, so that's going to be your first one. Yeah. I'm good?
I was just saying you were good. Sorry.
Okay. So if you don't have a code, I want to show you something. That's okay. And here's the thing. When you're actually on, but I'm going to show you too, a couple things. But here's this one, right? The next one, if you don't have a code, that's okay. I just put one decision and $99 changed my life, okay? So you can, again, put yours on there. Then the next one, this one has 3 photos. So you're gonna do the exact same thing that you did with the first one, and it just talks about bullet points of our business, okay? So here, I would do, like, if you have some with team, do some with team. Show the tribe that you have. Show our community, you guys. Our community is unlike anything else, okay? So, and if you don't have that, or you like don't have pictures, maybe if you work on your phone or whatever, you can go find those on Pinterest. Like put in Girl Gang, put in Girl Tribe. It can be people that aren't even looking at the screen, and you can put those in there, okay? So it's not about what you don't have. You guys, we literally have access to everything we need, okay? So it just goes through and it has the bullet points. Now here's the other thing, you guys. As you're doing things, I want you to like pay attention to what you're doing instead of just going through the motions, because sometimes people will pop up stories and it's like they're not even in order. You guys, you want it to make sense when people are clicking through, okay? So just take a hot moment, take a deep breath, make sure your stuff makes sense, and so it can go. The cool thing is with this is that you can use these graphics for stories later on, 2 weeks from now, a week from now. People don't remember. Stories only stay for 24 hours, okay? So this one just says, if you've been wanting the freedom and flexibility to be able to create an income or supplement your income from wherever your day takes you from your smartphone or social media, okay? Then the next one is, we're just inviting them, okay? And I just said, like, you have a way. Again, you guys, if you do not have an influencer application, you can literally use, I'm going to show you this on your story. So I'm going to go grab this from my photos, right? So you saved it, you're going to grab it. This one, again, can be a picture of you, can be with you with your family. Looks like this. I'm going to already have my picture saved, but I want to show you something. If you don't have something and you need to go over it, you are going to click on this little scribble thing, okay? So it looks like this. It's the second one in. You're going to click that. You're going to drag your little dropper over to the pink, and I'm going to get it big, and you can color right over that, okay? So I could, where it says fill out the influencer application, I could literally color over this bottom part, and you can go in, and it's still going to look good, okay? So I'm just coloring over it, okay? And you can go in there and just put like DM opportunity or DM, I'm gonna show you, or, oops. Okay, DM opportunity, DM me, join, DM me or swipe up and type blah, blah, blah. So you guys, you can all use these, okay? So make sure that you go grab that. And then the last one, anytime we're talking about the business, we have to include our income disclosure statement. And you guys, honestly, this is like a badge of honor for us. The fact that our numbers are the way they are, like you should be so stinking proud of that. And so this is not something to be hidden, and we're extremely proud of it, okay? So same thing, this is what you would end with. And again, you can put a call to action. You could put a poll, you could say DM, you can put any of those things, okay? And it just gets people thinking and it shows the excitement, okay? So you have to share your business if you plan on growing your business and having people join you. They don't know unless you are asking and inviting and sharing, okay? So that's that one. And then we're gonna do another one. So I want you either, okay? So here's the thing. You either are going to take a picture this week. So again, if you don't have it right now, that's okay. Write it down. You are going to take a picture. You can prop your phone up. You can have somebody take it for you. Doesn't matter. But you want to do it where there's it's like a longer picture of you and kind of some space on the side so that you can put some typing in there and it doesn't cover you. Okay. And this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to tell you literally word for word. And if you don't follow, that's okay. Okay. I will go in and type this in as one of the other girls starts giving you some stuff. And then you can go in the chat and save the chat. Okay. But this is what it's going to look like. It is going to say, so you get a picture of yourself again. So you would save those stories and you're going to keep them for later. We're not going to do them right now. We're not going to post it right now because we're going to make another story about our business. Okay. So we are going to go. Why is this not doing this? My Instagram is just being funky. Okay, I'm just going to show you my photos though. So I just took one picture. Again, I'm not telling you to take 47 pictures of yourself, okay? You're going to take one picture and you're going to go on your Instagram and then you're going to type this in, okay? So this is what you're going to type. You're going to type, hey, I am Sarah, or hey, like just say your name, okay? Hey, I am blah, blah, blah. The next thing, the next text, so you're gonna stop that text. This one, you guys, I'm just using like the little bubble text. This is all on Instagram and from Instagram. The next one is gonna say, I didn't always post or share on social every day. I didn't always post or share on social every day. And then what I want you to do, so for me, mine's gonna be different. Everyone's is gonna be different. It's gonna say 8.5 years ago, I was working full-time as a night shift nurse and was a brand new mama. I want you to say where you're at or what you were doing when you started at Works. So yours might not be 8.5 years. You might have joined 2 days ago. That is awesome, okay? But you're gonna say what you're doing. So maybe you're a mama 3, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you're a dental hygienist. You are going to say what you're doing, okay? And then, so once you get that, again, I know this is like kind of moving fast, but we're giving you ideas, so just write them down and you can go back through, okay? So this is gonna be all on one story. And then you guys, you're gonna save it, okay? You're gonna save it, and if you don't know how to save it, I'm gonna show you. Let me go to this. It's not pulling all mine up, which is super annoying. Okay, oh, it is. It's going to show me. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so anyways, you're going to save it like this. You're going to save it up here. So when you go to where it says like the little arrow, you're going to save it. That's not all we're putting on one story. Okay, but this is, you're going to post it like this. So you're just going to save it. Don't delete anything. And then we're going to add some of our next text to the same story. Okay. And I'm going to show you kind of how it looks when you go through. So when you're going to save that one, don't delete your text, and you're going to add this next text to it, okay? Then you're going to say, why did you join or what made you join? Okay, so you're going to add that text to the bottom. So, right, remember how I showed you how I have this text? Look it. I'm now going to, oops, I'm on stories. Sorry, I'm toggling back and forth. Okay. But look at, so when I saved that one, so now I'm going to add my next stuff and it's going to be on the same story and I'm adding this to it, okay? So when somebody clicks through your stories, they're going to get this amount because they can probably read that amount in that amount of time. And then it's going to add this, okay? So you're going to say, so my example of mine is before kids to make extra income, I picked up extra shifts. It covered paying off debt faster, trips, or went to savings, okay? So I can kind of say where I'm at and why I joined. And then I just said after our first, so this is a second text, after our first, I wanted that extra income from home, not away from it, okay? So you kind of have that. And I will go show my examples that I've made and I will put them in the comments for you guys. But I want you to get the gist and the meat and potatoes of what you're going to make on your story. Then you're going to start and you're going to get rid of those texts and you're going to still keep your same picture, okay, for your same story. And then on the next one, it's going to say, I saw a friend who was doing just that, so I decided to try it. So somebody who's making income from home. So if yours was a little bit different, you guys, I mean, honestly, you could say, you could take my wording. You don't have to say after my first baby, but you could say, I wanted to make extra income, from home, not away from it. Like that applies to so many people, okay? So then the next thing you're gonna do, and this is a clean picture, but you're gonna say, I saw a friend who was doing just that, so I decided to try it. Or you can say, I met a girl who worked from her phone, so I decided to try it. Okay, and then you're gonna add your next text below it, okay? And this is all the same for all of us. So what it's gonna say is, I didn't know what the heck I was doing, okay? I didn't know what I was doing. Next text below it, okay? It looks like this, you guys. I'd never done anything like this. You're still going to keep your same picture. Now you're going to save this. You're going to stop here. I don't ever do like all text in one, you guys, because people cannot read it that long unless they like sat down and decided to hold it, okay? So you're going to save that how I showed you to save it before, and then we're going to finish it up with the last piece, okay? And the last piece is, but I wanted everything it had to offer, okay? But I wanted everything it had to offer. And so if you're new, your next thing can say, so I'm going for it. Okay, so it can say, so I'm going for it. Or for me, I said 8.5 years later, I'm still here and my side hustle brings in a full-time income. Okay, so I'm keeping it very simple, you guys. I'm not describing every bonus I've earned. I'm just keeping it very, very simple so it can kind of go through, okay? So that's how it would be on here, right? So you see how I kept my same picture, but when they go to the next story, they're gonna see that added text, okay? So where it says, but I wanted everything it had to offer, so I'm going for it. Or you can say, 8.5 years later or 5 years later, this is kind of what it did. Okay, and then the last one, so you're going to use your same picture, delete all that text there. It's going to be a clean picture. You're going to say, I have 3 business partner positions open. Okay, so that's a text. I have 3 business partner positions open. And then the next one is just going to say, if you're interested or want more info, DM me opportunity. Again, if you have an influencer application, go ahead and say, fill out the influencer application in my bio, okay? So when they kind of click through, you guys, it just kind of tells your story, okay? It goes like this, and it just adds in the text. You guys, this is no app. This is only Instagram. So I am only using what Instagram has to offer for me to make a story that is effective and brings people into my business and is inviting them in, okay? Okay, and again, I have the income disclosure after it. Okay, so now you have 2 sets of business stories, not only that you can use this week for your business, but also that you can use and are very generic that you can use over and over and over again. Okay, so there's that one. So next thing, I'm gonna skip the Reels thing because we'll do this every Sunday, but here's the thing. Quita's gonna go next because I wanna stay on track so that you guys get everybody's content. And I can always do like another Reels training on something, okay? And if we have time, then I'll come back and tell you. It's like literally you pick a song and there's 4 points and I have information and it will work for anybody new or anybody that's been in for a long time, okay? So Quita, go ahead and unmute yourself and go ahead and share your content.
Hey guys, I am Quita and I'm just gonna go over how I find content on Pinterest. So if you guys are anything like me, I am not very creative at all. Like the amount of time that it takes me to try to think of an idea to create on Over or anything extra on Instagram is just outrageous. So I am so very, very thankful for Pinterest. So here is what I do. So if you don't have a Pinterest account, absolutely be sure to gather one after this call. But it's super easy. So if you do have Pinterest, go ahead and open it. So I just simply, there's a search, like a magnifying glass, or the little search button at the bottom there. So let's all do one together. We can start with Skinny Brew. So everyone, if you have it, I just type in Skinny Brew at the top. And if you do, if you already have Pinterest, you will know that like once you type Skinny Brew, it'll give you options to it'll kind of give you options to select from. So you can do results, you can do like pre-made sample stories already. There's some recipes in here that you can do with your Skinny Brew. So they're all not just for like your stories, but even like the recipes. Sometimes I click on the recipes and I actually make the recipes in the story. So it's all super, super helpful. But just for the point of this Zoom here, let's just click Skinny Brew, it works, results. So once I click results, all of someone who is better than I has created all kind of results and put them together on whatever kind of content. And this is amazing, guys. When I tell you I am not creative at all, like not a creative bone in my body. So these are amazing. So Skinny Brew coffee, it works. So all the results come up. Let's say I find a results story that I like. I would click on it. It's here. So I would click on this story here, and there are 3 little dots at the bottom. I click on those 3 dots and it just says download image here. So if I wanted to save that to my camera, it would automatically save that to my camera. Now, there have been times where I found some amazing stories and it'd be be talking about Skinny Brew, and it'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know that it is a part of like a series of posts, but you can't find step 3. So you can't just post step 1, 2, and 4. So what I have found, if you, let's say this particular post, which it doesn't look like it's not, I mean, it doesn't look like it is, but this particular post, at the bottom here, there is I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a button that says view and a button that says save. If you click on view, a lot of times it'll give you more like that at the bottom. My internet is going slow. But if you click view, it'll pop up something that says more like this. And sometimes that extra post that you're missing. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see that. So this was the post I clicked on, right? And when I initially searched for Skinny Brew, it gave me this one, but I didn't see anything else that looked similar to it. So I clicked on view and it'll say more like this. So sometimes it'll give me the rest of somebody's story so that I don't have to create my own. So whatever was similar to it. Again, if you're missing that one little piece, most of the time, if you click view, you can find that one little missing piece that is just not populating for whatever reason. So let's go back to the one Skinny Brew post I have. So if I wanted to save that and create a folder, if it was on the initial page, you can either hold the picture down, and there's a little pin here for Pinterest, right? And then at the very bottom, it'll say create board. So you can hit create board and type in whatever you like. But I already have a Skinny Brew board. So usually I just type Skinny Brew or hydrate. And I literally, on my downtime, we use that term loosely, but on my downtime, instead of scrolling like aimlessly on social media, I try to like go in Pinterest and save a few like different products instead of the same one. So Skinny Brew, you can do hydrate, any of like the kind of the products that we don't use as much. And I'm sometimes forget that, okay, yeah, a lot of people use coffee, a lot of people use Skinny Brew, we talk a lot about the wraps, but there are other products that people are interested in that they don't even know we have. So this is a good place if you don't have those products in hand, to go find something that's already made so that you're still able to post about it. So I use Hydrate because I just don't see that very often, but I use Hydrate a lot. So the fact that I use it, I can't go and steal a lot of people's because they don't talk about it a lot, but Pinterest is a great place for me to steal some of those things. So I literally have, under my name at the bottom, I have a board for just about every product that we have that there's something to share about on Pinterest. So you can just create your board and add all of the posts that you can find in there. And just like every other social media account, once you start clicking on something or show some type of interest in it, once you open your Pinterest again, it will start showing you more and more and more of Skinny Brews. And so every time I open my Pinterest, there's probably something new in there for me to save. So after you create your board, quick and easy way view. I told you about the view. I have to write these things down so I don't forget. Oh, also, so let's say I find like an amazing story, and I don't know if the person created it or not, but I know she saved it, right? So I'm like, I wonder if she has any other goodies that I can steal from her. So if I wanted to save, let's say this Skinny Brew amazing post, and I would click on it, I would scroll down to whoever posted it, and her name is Kelsey. If I click on Kelsey, then I can also go through Kelsey's pins and steal a lot more of her It Works stuff. And if you know like a particular leader that you can think of, sometimes I can just type in Rachel Wiggum because she's similar to me, and I can go in and steal a lot of Rachel Wiggum's things, or people that you know either like look like you, have a similar body type than you, things like that that you think your audience would want to see, basically. So just to summarize that, just know that on top of saving, you can actually go follow the people that are posting, and they're more likely to have more things that you want to see that won't just automatically populate for you. Also, It Works has a page in here, so you can definitely type in It Works and go follow them and take all of their, of course, corporate approved before and afters. If you're not seeing anything, or if you need more before and afters or things like that. So one reason that I do go in It Works Pinterest page to steal before and afters, let me just type it in for you guys. It Works. I type in It Works, it'll take me to the page. But I go to the It Works page to still before and afters, and then I put them, I think Pinterest has updated because it's not showing the same thing. For whatever reason, I can't get that to work. But if you guys, if you go and you still corporate approved before and afters and they're not already on a background or a wallpaper, Pinterest is also a really good place to still wallpapers. So it's October. Type in October wallpaper. It will give you like some cool background, some of the things you can't use, but like, let's say if I just wanted to use, someone just wrote like October here, but I mean, I can go over that and put a before and after over, but this is a cool one. Like it has lots of pumpkins, looks very October Halloweenish. So I go in and I save these backgrounds to a folder, a separate folder that just says wallpapers. And then after I get the before and afters from whoever, wherever, I can save it and I go in over and I can put those before and afters on this background. So I do that a lot, guys, with coffee. Let me show you. I literally have like 700 coffee. I don't even know I need that much, but I have a lot of coffee background. So if I go to coffee, or if I go to background, I want to show you, it's taking up a little bit too much time, but because it's taking forever to load. But if I go to, if you type in like coffee wallpaper, coffee background, anything like that, it'll give you, here, let's see if it'll do it now. It'll give you a bunch of backgrounds and things that have to do with coffee, like this one. Like this is a good one. And if you want to save that and type whatever you wanted in Pinterest, in Instagram, that would be a cool idea. But there's all types of, look at this one. So wallpapers, can you guys see all these cool wallpapers? Like you can save it and like still some Skinny Brew before and afters and plug them in. If you do not have over, you can still use that feature. There's a feature that you can still use in Instagram. So you can save the wallpaper, put it in your story, and then in the little place where we get our gifts from in the story, you can insert a picture and still put it in there if you do not have the over app to be able to layer them that way. And then also just the same, not just before and afters, but also inspiration. I have an inspiration board. So sometimes I'm a nurse, so I have to work like 6:45 to 7 p.m. and I don't have time to like fill out my story sometimes from the beginning of the day when I've made my coffee. Sometimes I can't have my phone, I'm in the OR, or I can't take pictures for that day. So if I make coffee in the morning, I have an inspiration board so I can pull a bunch of inspirational memes and post them to kind of fill out my story. So it just doesn't look like coffee in the morning, sleepy tea at night, but I'm unable to take photos. So this is a very good place to kind of find all those things. And the last thing I want to tell you guys is, along with inspiration posts, I save like funny coffee memes, funny memes, and like good night memes when it's time to go sleep, again, just to fill out your story sometimes. And then also I have a board for photo inspiration. So there's a lot. Again, I am not very I don't think like these pictures and things just don't come to me very well, and I'm not very creative. So if I see a picture that I want to create, I'll save that picture to a photo inspiration and to just give me an idea of how I can create my own. So if there's like a young lady holding a cup of coffee in a certain way, a certain angle, okay, that's cool. I can't post her, but like I can take the same picture, or I can take a picture similar to that. So I have a lot of those inspirational type, an inspiration folder also, just to help me insert myself and build my own ideas. It helped me build my own ideas because they just don't come to me, if that makes sense. And I think that's it, guys. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. Who do we have next? Is it Bree?
Bree's up next. And you guys, that's so awesome, because here's the thing. If you aren't using before and afters, you need to, because we can tell people like what we love about a product and we can tell them how it works, but they want to see how it works. Okay. So just think of you can go make your list. Like I was posting in the comments, go make your list of what you use. And tonight, go take time on Pinterest, like Quita just taught you to do, and go find before and afters, some wallpaper that you're going to use, and save it. Okay. I'm telling you, it becomes actually super fun. And like Quita said, you don't have to be super creative. You don't even have to be super savvy, you guys. But as you start seeing things, like I want you to see when you post, go through things, be like, what catches your eye? Because you can recreate that with your own stuff. Okay. So really it does get fun. And we always say like copy the right cat. So the people that you love and like and that kind of stuff, you can make it your own. Okay. So Bree's up next and she's going to share. I'm going to find her.
Here I am.
Here you are.
Hey, you guys. I'm Bree Shohara. I'm going to share a little bit about telling your story. And I just wanted to take a second too to talk about how much of a game changer these planning sessions have been for our team. Like seriously, taking the time just one time a week. I think Sundays are like clutch, but do whatever works for you. Taking the time and setting it aside to get this part done. Because here's the thing with posting. Posting is actually not income producing, but it's also 100% required to grow your business on social media. And it just it's a creative part of your brain that you don't use any other place in your business. And that can be really exhausting when you're trying to juggle it like in the middle of your crazy life or in the middle of your workday, or like taking care of the kids, or like DMing people even. It's just a completely different thing. And if you're trying to do it in the middle, it's exhausting. But truly, I will tell you, the first time that I sat down to do a planning session, like I was going to plan out my whole week, the first time I did it, it took 2 hours, which was a long time, and it was a commitment, but I was committed. And then the next week it took an hour, and I swear every week since then I've had it done in 20 minutes, because it just becomes a rhythm and a routine, and you're able to free up that space throughout the week to like just jot down an idea for a post, and then I come back to it on Sunday and I complete the idea. You know what I mean? And so it's just all about working smarter, not harder. So I hope that you guys are taking this to heart and can start to implement this in your own business too, because it is a game changer to free up that space for the rest of the week. So I wanted to talk to you about writing your story and talking about your story. And this, honestly, you guys, is something that you should be doing every single day if you're planning to grow your team, which everybody's planning to grow their team. People are going to connect with your story before they're going to connect with your business. Like, truly, you are your greatest product, and your story is your greatest product, and it's what other people are going to connect with when they're thinking about joining your team. And so there's lots of different ways that you can do this, and I actually put together like a little recipe that I hope you guys will save to your notes, because it's just something cool to come back to. And when you're telling your story every single day, like, you just never know what couple of words you're going to tweak, or like how you're going to tell it today that's just going to be a little bit different for somebody who might have already read about it 15 times. You know what I mean? And so they're just going to come back, and I can't tell you how many times I've heard somebody say, I've been watching this girl for 6 months or a year or 3 years posting about her story, but today was the day, right? And so you just have to consistently be telling that story. So I put together a little recipe, and I put it on the comments on the Diamond Hive. And if one of you guys wanted to put it in the chat here, you could, but I know everybody has access other places too. So the way that it goes is like, it's a really easy flow when you're telling your story. And I didn't come up with any pictures or anything like this, because you should try to just post real pictures of either of yourself, a great selfie, or like pictures of your real life. You can tell your story with a picture of your family, or a picture of whatever you're doing that day, or whatever that may be. So, but it can always have just a really great flow of kind of be like past, present, and future, right? So you're going to talk about first before it works. So think about before you started. And I put like different options of what you could say here. So hopefully it can be a kind of fun thing. If you have it in your notes, you can go back and like mix and match these different parts of the story. And you'll probably have like, I don't know, 30 different ways to tell your story if you just mix and match the different sentences together. So if you wanted to talk about before it works, so this is going to be however long before you started. So maybe you're going to start out with 5 years ago, or 6 months ago, or you could even say there was a time, or I used to, and then fill that sentence with whatever that looks like for you. So a couple of examples, and this is not like an exhaustive list, you guys. There are endless possibilities of what you could say, because it's your story. But just some examples of what you could say is like, 5 years ago, I was overworked and underpaid, or 6 months ago, I was getting by, but I didn't have anything extra. Or I love my job, but I wanted more. I had a dream of fill in the blank. I was stressed about fill in the blank. Just talking about where you were before you knew about It Works, before it was even on your radar. Where were you in your life? And then how did this business come into your life? How did you even become aware of it? I saw a girl posting on social media. I was looking for something like this, or somebody asked me. It doesn't matter. Like, tell your story. Or maybe it's some combination of all those things. And then flow into when you started. Just say, I started working from my phone with a goal of fill in the blank. I decided to try something because I jumped in even though I felt, and share those feelings, you guys, because this part of your story, and I can just tell you, so many people are gonna be on this call, and they're probably listening to me right now saying, I've only been in 2 months. I don't have a story yet. I haven't made any money yet. I don't have a story yet. You guys, I would say 90% of your story that people are going to connect with are the before you even started. You have a story. Like, people want to know where you were when you started, how you found it, what you were afraid of, and why you decided to go for it anyway. And so those are the things that you're sharing here. So I jumped in even though I felt scared or worried about what people were going to think, or worried I didn't have enough time because I was juggling, 14 kids and I lived in a shoot. Like, whatever your story is, share that. And then you're going to talk about your present. So since then, what have you accomplished? Even if it was 2 months ago, since then, I have worked this business into my busy life. Or now I've started incorporating a second stream of income, or I'm making the best friends, or I'm learning about my faith, or I'm learning about whatever it is. That can be anything, because you guys, people join this business for different reasons. And you probably joined this business for multiple reasons, or you've gotten things out of it that you didn't even join for. And you don't need to come on here every single day and tell this same exact story. There are different pieces of your story, and you can just tell a different piece of it every day. You know, so today I might come in and talk about the friendships that I didn't even know was missing in my life. Or, you know, tomorrow I might talk about like I, you know, 5 years ago was sick to death of fighting with my husband about money, you know, and now it's cool that we can pay all our bills in the same month. That's just part of our story. It's not an exhaustive of my whole story. So, okay, so we went before it works, how you found it, why you started, where you are now, and then you always want to invite. Okay, so it's a five-part story is what it is. And so we're not going to take a bunch of time to do it right now. Just save that to your notes and come back to it. And you guys can come back to that weekly, you know, and just take different pieces and just follow that flow in share your story. And you can do the same thing on story slides. You could have 5 slides to tell your story of before, during, and after.
That recipe idea is so awesome because that is something that you guys, like Bree said, you can use that every single time when you're going and creating. So if you're like, I don't really know how to tell my story, this is such a good way to do it. Okay. Next up is Lisa. Lisa's going to share her content with you.
Hi, you guys. So I'm Lisa. I'm an OG like Sarah. I've been doing this for 7 years, and I am very right side of the brain. So this is like one of my favorite things to do to kind of create different, you know, graphics or whatever it may be. I did hair for 8 years. So this is kind of like what allows this business to be every single thing that personally drives me, be it being able to pay every single one of my bills, as well as still being able to have that creativity. And it's fun. The beginning part is miserable. I remember when me and Sarah were trying to figure out Over, we literally messaged each other like all day long, like, I know you said to do it this way, but it's not working. But like once you get it down, I promise you, making graphics is one of the most funnest things to do. So I'm going to show you guys how to make, like how Quita said, like there's tons of coffee ones, right? I'm sure you can find tons of hair, skin, and nails, tons of either keto coffee or skinny brew, but there are those other products that maybe, you know, probiotic. I know a girl on our team, Erica, she talks about probiotic all the time. Well, that's not really one that pretty much everybody talks about, right? So say you want to make a graphic about probiotic, you're going to kind of need these little tricks. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can make the simplest but cutest graphic to share in your stories. And I know I did see someone post in the chat, just to make sure that when it comes to stories, you're actually sharing them in your stories and you're not posting them on your page, like your Facebook page or your Instagram page. Stories are for stories. And then just what, I think it was Bree talking about actually taking pictures of yourself, taking pictures of your life, taking pictures of your actual mug, save that for your actual wall. So I'm going to show you guys, let me just share my screen really quick. How, and we are going to be using the app Over, which is literally my favorite app. So let me know, give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay. So this is my phone. Okay. We're going to go into Over. And this is what it looks like. You're going to pull up the app. This is like the homepage on the app, right? So we're just going to make a quick, easy graphic. And the one thing I love about this is once you make one graphic, you can make 50 million graphics because it's literally the same exact thing. So we're going to go to this little plus sign right down here. And we are going to see up here, you have a transparent background, you have a white background, you have a black background. And even if you are like Quita and you're like, I don't really know how to like set up a layout, you guys, there's tons of layouts that they do for you that you literally just plug in your picture, change the text, and you're good to go. So down here, you can keep scrolling. You guys might see a bunch of these around. These are already pre-made graphics, you guys, that you can literally just plug in your stuff and go. I know a lot of us use those. There's black and white ones. There's Black Friday ones. There's tons. But if you want to make your own, we are going to go up here and we are going to click a white background. So we're going to do that, click the white background. And then obviously we're making a story. So we're going to scroll down here and we are going to click story. So see right here where it says story, the 9x16 is the perfect Instagram story. And then what you want to do is one of the easiest things, and I don't think a lot of people realize how easy this is you can make your own little sticker. So say we are going to make a sticker about Skinny Brew, okay? I'm gonna go right in here into image. And I went to my website. So literally just go to your website. I can show you how to do that. And then you are just gonna take a screenshot of, let's do it, come on, works.com. I'm gonna go here. And you can do this with every single product. I'm gonna click shop now, and then we're gonna go, come on, what's going on? I'm at my mother-in-law's house, and of course the internet hates me here. Okay, so we're gonna go in here, take a screenshot of Skinny Brew, okay? We're gonna screenshot it, we're gonna go back into over, and then when you go to edit, you can erase everything around it, and then you're just left with a little tiny cute picture like this, and that is under masking. So like just see down here where there's tons of little different things. It would obviously be the screenshot of my phone. So it would have my website, the price, all that. I would go to mask right here, and then I would literally just erase everything around it. So I already have that done. This is already saved in my phone because I use this graphic all the time, but that's something to play around with. We're gonna save that. And like Sarah said, before and afters, I also screenshot a lot of the text messages that I get from customers because I mean, there's no better testimony than your customer's testimony. So you can add that in there. And then let's go to Pinterest. Just like Quita said, Pinterest has our actual It Works Pinterest page has the best before and afters. So you can go to It Works, and then you go down here, It Works Global. This is our company Pinterest page. Look at all these pictures, tons of them. Here's one. Is this Skinny Brew? This is Skinny Brew. I'm gonna save it. So download image. And then I'm gonna come, just kidding. Where was I? Oh, I need to go to over. Go back into over. And then I'm gonna go back down here to image, and we're gonna upload that other image. So we're gonna go to photos. I saved it, it's right here. It'll be right here. So you can do tons of different things. Okay, you can add a photo, but for now, we are just going to delete that. Oh, let me show you guys how to do this. I know I go through this kind of fast. I'm trying to pace myself. So up here, see where it kind of looks like it's like 3 squares stacked on top of each other? Those are layers. So the over app is because you can overlay stuff on top of each other. So right here is where you're gonna edit like where you want things. So say you're trying to do a picture, but it's like not in the right spot. You can literally overlay all that stuff. But I want to delete this. Okay, so we're gonna delete this. This is how we're gonna leave it, right? Say we're gonna add some text to the top. We're gonna go right here to where it says text, and then we're gonna do Skinny Brew. And then we are going to pick our font. You guys, there's tons of fonts right in here, literally tons of fonts on the app. You'll find your favorite ones, but even if you want more, you can click this little button right here, the upside or the little arrow, and there's tons. Look at all these fonts. You literally can get so creative. So there's tons in there, but we're just gonna stick with a simple one for now. We'll do this one, and then you select it. What is going on? Come on. Hello. Of course, my phone is acting crazy right now. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, now we gotta start all over. I don't know why. When you need your devices to work the most, they give you the finger and they don't want to do what they're supposed to do. Okay, so we had a little text message, and all you would do is say you have a customer that sent you a screenshot, right? Screenshot it, crop it out, and then save it. And then you can upload it into Over or just keep it in your phone albums if you want to keep it there. Then we are going to do our Skinny Brew. And then another cute little thing that you can do is, because this app allows you to mask stuff, so like it allows you to make kind of like little graphics. Why isn't this working? Make little graphics. You guys can get super creative. So this is like one little graphic that I created, where is it at? Now I'm not going to be able to find it. Graphic. Okay, so say you get a little Starbucks latte, right, off of the website or off of something cute. You can actually just get our graphic, mask it out, and then put it right on top. And there you go. And it makes the little cutest little It Works wrap instead of a Starbucks wrap. Okay, so now we're going to go to text. Let's try this again and pray that it works. So Skinny Brew results. Okay, so we're going to put that up top. And then you can put this over to the side and say you want to just, say you want to zhuzh it a little bit. You could leave it like that. If you want it to be super simple, you can go into this graphics button. Let me go back. I did it a little too fast. See down here where it says graphics, you can go into the graphic button and you can literally enter in anything you want. Say you want to add some stars. You search stars, tons of stars that you can just overlay. Say you want brush strokes, because that's a super popular one. You can go to brush strokes. And there's tons of brush strokes. Say you want black graphics. Say you want coffee. Literally, you can search all sorts of things. And this is what I was going to show you. So say we want this graphic, right? This brush stroke, but we want it, it's like covering everything. We don't need it to cover everything. We want our other stuff to show. So you're going to go up to these little squares up here. You're going to tap that again, and we're going to move this sticker to the bottom. So then that way your stuff is on top. And say you want another one of these little brush strokes. Let's see, hold on. No. We are going to just add another one. And the cool thing about this graphic is you can swap it out. So say you want the same little background, you edit the text. Say you want a hair, skin, and nails one. You're going to edit the text to obviously say hair, skin, and nails. You would get your little hair, skin, and nails picture, take your Skinny Brew picture out, put your little hair, skin, and nail picture, put a before and after of your hair, skin, and nails. So literally once you have a template that you like, it is interchangeable and it is saved in this app. So you don't have to like recreate everything again how you would like the first time that you make it. Same thing for like if you're making a business post. Once you have your business post, you literally just have to tweak your picture if you want to tweak your picture or whatever it may be. But then now you have your graphic, right? And then you can just add whatever you want to it. You could add stars, you can add all sorts of stuff. You can get super, super creative, but this is kind of like the most simplest way to create a graphic. And it doesn't have to look like this. It can look any way that you want. My biggest tip to you is to just go into the app and start messing around with stuff, because it's literally the only way that you will figure it out and become a pro. But that's pretty much what I wanted to go over. Once you have one, oh, we're about to start. We need to hurry. Once you have this saved, right? Say you want to save this, you can add it to a folder. And these are all of the folders that I have. I have my stickers, I have my stories, I have my work from home stories, which is all of my graphics that I've made about the opportunity. And you literally will just click stories and then it'll be saved there forever. You can even upload it into Instagram straight from this app. So you would just click the Instagram button and it would go straight to your Instagram. You would click stories and then it'd be ready to post. And now you have this graphic forever until you want to tweak it again, or say we come out with different packaging. Take that picture and then upload the new picture. It seems super intimidating, but I promise you, once you get the hang of just the basics, how to add text, how to add a photo, how to, go to Pinterest, save the picture, and then upload it into here, you literally can make the cutest, simplest graphics.
Love it. And this is the thing, you guys. So like Lisa said, it is super interchangeable. The other thing is these are things that you can use over and over and over again. And if you have team or stories that you guys see, yes, you can screenshot Or if you make something, go share it in your team chat. Just help people. Like, it might be the first one you've ever made. Who cares? Go share it. Like, let people be able to use your stuff, and you'll start gathering a bunch. And honestly, it's like so stinking easy. Okay, so next up is Renee. Renee has a business post. It's so funny. And you guys, here's the thing. You know what they always say? It's like we should always be offering the business. And then if they're like, well, maybe not right now, or they kind of start coming in with their stuff like, I want to try the products first, you can downgrade to an LC. Okay. But you will never be upset as you're bringing in team members. Okay. So Renee, hop on, sis.
Okay, so I was going to do a business post, but we already did that. So
Okay.
I'm going to share something that really was important to me. When I got started with the company, the woman that introduced me to it, she was new as well. So we were both still learning together, and my upline had fell apart. So one thing that I want to share is all of the resources that we have literally at our fingertips. So YouTube, I know a lot of people are like, well, my upline is not on the same time zone as me, or they're not responding, or not always available. Utilize the tools that we have, which is our team pages, School of YouTube. I learned how to map on YouTube. I learned what it meant to go Ruby on YouTube. I learned what it meant to be a loyal customer on YouTube. Our e-suites, you want to make sure that you're using all of those things, not just that person that enrolled you or that you were placed under, because they're learning too. Like, we're all still learning. Things change so rapidly. So when you go into YouTube, literally type in how to go Ruby. And whether you want to go Ruby in 30 days, you want to go Ruby in 90 days, you can type that in, how to map, how to cash in product points. Like, all of the posts and everything is very important, but knowing how to run your business is really what's important, because if you don't know how to map, if you don't know what it means to be a loyal customer, if you don't know the basics, then it's going to be extremely hard for you to even grow in this business. And I've been around for a while too, 4 years. And before I met Sarah, I was doing it all on my own. Most people would walk away from this business by doing it on their own. But if you utilize the tools that we have, like YouTube, the team pages, our team chats, the Telegram app that we've all been getting added to recently, if you use those, nobody can take your business away from you. Like, the only way that you can fail in your business is if you decide not to use the tools that we have. So like I said, 4 years I've been in the business. My first year in, my entire upline left, and then I was introduced to Sarah. And before that, YouTube taught me everything that I needed to know, and document library. So don't be afraid to go find those answers on your own. And then if you're not sure, then ask. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share.
No, and that's great, you guys, because the other thing is that your team page is there, and there are so many resources, and we didn't even have half of them. So again, we love to share those things. So make sure you're utilizing what's being shared to you, right? Because the tool is only as strong as the user, and it's only going to be as productive as the user behind it, right? Okay, last but not least is Vanessa. And then if we want to stay on, I'm going to see if I know how to do what Lisa just did by sharing her phone. I don't know how to do that, but then I can try to show you one reel that you can start with. Rip the Band-Aid off your reel, and it's a super simple one. But Vanessa, go ahead, sis.
Okay, I won't be long, I promise. This is short, quick, and easy. So I'm Vanessa. I've been in the business for a long time as well. And the one thing I've learned, you guys, is, and you've heard everybody say it tonight, is follow the right cats. Okay, that means follow the people that inspire you, and you got to work smarter, not harder, right? So everybody has said that on the Zoom. So I'm about to show you that. Okay, so I utilize Facebook collections, and I utilize my notes, you guys, to save all of this content that you guys are getting, right? So like, if you see a post that you absolutely love, obviously, and you want to use it, and maybe your fellow sideline sister, or maybe your leader or your downline, maybe they have this post and you're like, ooh, I want to use that, right? I go save it to collections, you guys. And if you don't know how to save to collections, I'm going to show you. It'll take like 2 seconds. So let me show you that first. I don't know who this person is that I'm saving, but I'm just going to show you. So you go to a post, you see it, it's coffee, say it's beautiful. You're like, ooh, I love this, right? So you want to go to the 3 dots right there, right? And then at the top, you guys, it's going to say save video. Okay. And then it's going to ask you, you know, save to a collection. Well, I have a bunch of save, like for host to post, right? I save all my host to posts. You can save, you know, biz info, coffee posts, and you can even see like Amanda Busher, I save her, Sarah's, like the people that are on here leading you guys, you know, I save it because what you're going to do is once you create your collection, okay, and you're ready to like Bree said on Sunday, that's my jam too. Okay. But whatever day works for you, you guys, plan your content. So this helps with that. So what I do is in my save collection, actually, this is really funny because I do have some from like Amanda and stuff like that. So I'll use Amanda just for example. Okay. So let's say this is coffee, right? I'm going to just like copy and paste this to my notes. Okay. So what I do is I copy it. And of course it's not copying it. You copy it. Let's pretend it's copied, right? And then I'm going to go, and if you guys have an Android, I'm sure you have a notes section, but in your iPhone, you have it too. So if you guys notice, and if you don't, hold on, let me go here. All right. So see how there's a list of stuff, but I'm about to blow your mind. I never knew this. Check this out. You could do an overview of all your notes. Okay. So if you notice here, you guys, I have coffee posts. So let's say I copied and pasted it. I'm going to go in here. And the reason why I do this, you guys, because I don't want to copy exactly what Amanda said. Okay. I want to create my own. But if there's like meat and potatoes in that I love, like that she listed out and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to add my own twist on it. I go and I copy it here and I have all my posts here. Okay. So I go to the bottom, right? Let's say I pasted it here and then I'm going to go and I'm going to type out what I want, take out what doesn't apply to me, right? Because we want to be authentic still. But again, I want to follow the right cats, and I have found the people that I absolutely love and that I can connect to, right? So you copy and paste, redo it here, but then you can copy it back from here and go back to your Facebook. And then another thing too, I don't know if anybody mentioned this, but create albums in your phone, you guys. Albums, like do like your coffee posts. Like I have HSN stories, right? Cleanse stories. This way, and I even have the IDS, right? I think Lisa or someone like did an amazing album that we have. But if you have IDS forms that you love, save them in a folder, okay? You want things to be fast and easy. If not, I have 22,000 photos. I will spend an hour trying to look for a photo, right? So I have to have albums, you guys. So, okay, so that's what I do. So literally like, when I'm planning for content, I will go to my favorite people to their page and I'm like, all right, what do they have? This is awesome. So I go and I save it, put up my notes, create my own. I do never, ever copy and paste word for word on stuff. I just never do that. But I do love you guys. Some people's posts, and like Quita was saying, I have a very hard time creating some days. And it's like, if you have a day where you're like, okay, like literally I have no creative like mindset right now, you can start saving all your posts in your notes, right? And then you can pull from there. And there's no shame, you guys, in reusing a post you did from last month. I recycle posts. I put a different picture up. And guess what? It gets a ton of engagement still. Okay, so make sure to be authentic, follow the right cats, use your notes, you guys, okay, and use your album. So this way, everything is right there and it's fast and it's easy for you, okay? And then let me see. I think that was it, you guys. Oh, one more thing, you know how like everybody loves to share their books? Well, I have a specific note section. So anytime I hear a book that I like, somebody recommends from, you know, just personal development or whatever, I put it in my notes. I have my own folder for that. That has been game changing for me too. So if you're a personal development junkie, which we all should be in our business, right? You can start, like when you hear it, you go to your notes and write it down really quick. Okay. So then when you know what you need to read next, it's all right there for you. Okay. I hope that helps. I know that was really fast, but I know the call's going to start. So I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's so good. And you guys, the thing is we're going to do these on Sundays because we're already doing stuff like this. So we can work alongside you guys. And the thing is we all catch stuff through the week that we're like, this is good. Or maybe we posted something or did a story with a call to action that worked really well. Like we can hop on and just share this, right? And maybe even in the team page where we have the comments, if you have something that you created, go share it in there. Like, let's just help each other out. We all know that we're busy, but the thing is, you guys, the content part can be super stinking fun. So Vanessa, if you have to go ahead, but I'm going to show you how to do the real thing really, really quick. Okay. Cause I see lots of you asking about that in here. And this one, I just made it extremely, extremely simple. Okay. It is literally like, you know how you see people point and it's like 4 points and I have the wording for you. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm going to try something new on the Zoom while we're recording. So just sweat it out with me for a hot second. Okay. It may not work though.
You got this. It should work.
I know, but now it's not showing. And if not, I'm just going to flip my phone around and show you.
Click share screen down at the bottom first. So click that, and then you're going to click share via AirPlay.
Wait,
And then it should pop up on your phone when you,
hold on.
drop down and click screen mirroring.
It says my AirPlay's off.
Do you have your cord? You can do it via cord too if you have your phone cord plugged into your laptop.
Yeah. But so if I do screen, I know, but it's not bringing my computer up.
Did you click share screen on your laptop already? Click share screen, and then you have to click
Where do I
cord.
do it?
So it'll say like share via cord.
Where do I share my screen?
See where it says iPhone, iPad via cable?
Oh my gosh, no. I'm going to figure this out though for next time, okay? Y'all, Lisa's really savvy. I am not. Okay? So, and I know the call is going to start. So anyways, okay, I'm going to open up Instagram, okay? I want to show you this. Well, let me at least put this so it's like, so I'm spotlighting this so that you can see it bigger. Hold on one hot second, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go on my Instagram, and I'm going to go and I'm going to hit this, okay? I'm going to hit the little like button that you're searching. This brings up like a bunch of people that they think that you would enjoy their content, okay? So here's a girl on Reels. Reels is going to be the first thing that pops up, okay? So again, this is why you want to hop on the Reels board, okay? So here, so I can click on this, and this is perfect, okay? Just getting down. So if I want to use this sound, so you can go through, again, so instead of scrolling aimlessly at night and not doing something productive, you can go watch Reels, be inspired, get some ideas, but also save some sounds maybe that you would want to use, okay? So I can click on the sound where it says original audio, and I can use this sound, okay? So I can click it and hit this little ribbon, so it saves it, okay? So I can do this. So then I'm going to get out of there, and I'm going to go to my own page, okay? And I'm going to click this up here on the corner, and I'm going to go to saved, okay? You guys, then, wait, I just told you wrong. Sorry about that. See, this is why I have to just kind of mess with this. Actually, I'm going to go to my page, and I'm going to hit this button. I'm going to do the plus. I'm going to hit reel, okay? Now, for audio, I'm going to hit audio, and I can go to all my saved audio. Okay, so I just saved that one. I can hit it, and you can hear it, okay? Then, so I can say done, and then you can record it. Okay, the cool thing is though, and I just learned this too, you learn things by doing it. So the cool thing is like I can even set a timer. I can set the timer and have my video start in 3 seconds. So that way you can get back, so not every video is you touching it and like running back, okay? And then literally you can set the timer, so I can set for like 3 seconds, right? So I'm just gonna like record. So I can obviously record it on myself. And I could take a picture. Okay, I could do a video. So I'm going to just do it. See, it counts me down. And then it's going to start recording, right? So I could literally be like, point over to the other side, point down, and just do your thing, okay? So this is what I got. I'm sure this video is going to be fabulous. Okay, still going. Do your thing. You might have to record a few times. It's all good. Okay, so here we go. We have our video. You're going to click the arrow over. I slide. I'm going to click up here, and I'm going to add my text. Okay, so I'm going to do like the first text, and I'm going to say it out to you. Okay, I'm going to say, so your first point, you guys, this one's like all about getting down. You may want to find like maybe a little bit slower jam so that you can like point, move your shoulders, like do your thing, okay? So you can point. Your first point is going to say, brand influencers wanted, okay? And so I'm going to type it in there. I'm going to say, and I can use all the different things. Okay, so I'm going to type in brand influencers wanted. This would be way easier if I could figure out how to do what Lisa just did, but I really apologize, but I'll get better for next time, okay? So I can do that, and then you're going to say, so I put it on there. Do you see that? And then I can even put on below it, and I'm going to say, I'm looking for, I'm going to say it out loud to you instead of typing it out all slow, okay? I'm looking for motivated women looking for an extra income. So if somebody's on here and they can type that in there, you can be helpful to other people. Totally cool. I'll love you forever. Okay. So brand influencers wanted, I'm looking for motivated women looking for extra income. Okay. So looking for extra income. Okay. So I have my text. I can move it wherever I want. Okay. Now what's super cool is I can time it. So I can literally scroll this back, time it to where I want it. And then so that it doesn't do this the whole video where you see this like kind of where it's dull, you just click it again and it pops off. So see, watch. So here's my first point and it's gonna pop off. And then I can go in and I'm gonna add my second point. So when I go to point to the other way, this is what we're gonna say. Write your own paycheck and make your own hours. Write your own paycheck and make your own hours, okay? So I'm not doing it really cute or anything. I just wanna show you guys how to do this, okay? So same thing again, you guys. You're on it and I'm gonna drag this beginning one. So as soon as I see my other words pop off where I did the first one, I can see, boom. So I can let up and then I bring this one over and I scroll. And then you just double tap it so that it falls off. So it's not like behind there, okay? So watch, as you go, boom, that one leaves, next one pops, okay? So I'm gonna do that. So so now that you guys know, I'm not gonna put the other ones in, I'm just gonna tell you what it says, okay? So you have your first point, you have your second point. Third point, literally it's like a bullet point list. 18 plus, motivated, have social media, coachable, and no experience needed. 5 things. 18 plus, motivated, have social media, coachable, no experience needed. Fourth point, this will be like the end of your video, and then you can record a picture of the income disclosure because it has to be on there. You have to record a picture. Instagram on Reels won't let you add a picture in, okay? So you just record a picture, screen record it, and then you can add it to the back of your video. But the fourth point is just DM money to my Instagram, and then you're just gonna put your handle name so that they know where to find you, because this is gonna pop up on like the main page of Instagram. So that way they know where to come to message you about how to join, okay? So that's what you're gonna do, okay? Then once you get it all added in and timed where you want it, you click this. Cool thing. So I make like 3 or 4 because I find what I want at nighttime when I'm scrolling. I'm not scrolling aimlessly. Instead, I'm finding what I want to create, okay? So then you can click save as draft. You literally can do 6 of these in the same outfit, and then the next day you can do a different one and you can scatter them. You guys, they reach thousands and thousands of people. That can be your post, and then I wanna show you something. So when I go, I have to remember if I know how to do it. Okay, so then I go to Reels. So I go to this button. I'm gonna show you how you pull it, okay? I'm gonna show you how you add a cute cover photo so it looks like a photo on your page. So I can go to my drafts and it's there. I'm not gonna post this one, but you can see, you guys, I have like a ton. I'm in the same outfit because I did a bunch of different ones, right? So here's the thing. You can go to it and I can select my draft. You can click where it says cover. You can go grab a picture maybe that's edited and looks nice. Okay, so I could go and I can grab, okay, I could do this, right? I could do this, and then this, I can hit done, and that's what will show up as my post, but as they go to that, my reel will start playing for them. So simple and so fun. Like, you're going to have so much fun with it, and it reaches thousands. So I just really want you to think about something. I want you to see the views on your stories. It's going to get better once things settle for a hot second, okay? We work through everything. But here's the thing. This is so good. I feel like when we're made to learn new stuff, right? We just grow and grow and grow. So like stories, you might be getting 200 views. Maybe it's 400 views. Guess what? Reels are getting thousands. So yes, it is worth your time, okay? It is worth your time. Have fun. Like, it's not about being perfect. People are just being silly as can be. Their hair's in buns. Things are hot mess around them. You guys, it's fun, okay? So mix them in. And the other thing is don't just do business ones. Find funny ones and mix those in with it. and I'm telling you, it just brings people over to your page. And since we're planning content, you have business posts like Bree gave you. You're gonna have business stories. So even if it's like a funny one, and it's like, you know, wanting to have a date, or and then it's like, I think Amanda did it, or Lisa did too, or somebody did, where it's like, oh wait, but I'm married. Like, it's just funny stuff. But then guess what? They're on Lisa's page and they can see. They're like, whoa, not only is she freaking funny and she's a mom, but she's also running a business and she's working from home and she's homeschooling and she's doing all these things. Now they're starting to think like, wow, like I want to come back and follow more of her stuff. Well, they're only going to see the content that you continue to create and invite them in on. Okay. So that is the ending to our first content Zoom. We are going to do this. We are going to come with ideas. If you have an awesome idea, you shoot me a hot message and you can be on it. But I hope that was super, super helpful, because content planning is like a game changer. And I swear to you, it really, truly is. And you will just like feel this huge weight lifted off of your shoulders throughout the week. And you're going to end up enrolling a whole lot, heck of a more people, because you are going to have the time to message more people and take the action behind your business that is needed. Okay. And that's what you get paid to do, is to enroll loyal customers and enroll distributors. So let's freaking have fun doing it. Okay. Hop on the family call. Love you guys. Hope you have a good night.